I'm a little bit late this month, but finally it's time for my February Plan With Me video. But first, let me show you a flip through of my January setup. The response on this video was so incredibly nice and overwhelming, and I'm honestly still in awe. Fingers crossed that you like my February setup just as much. I kept it a little bit simpler this month with a strawberry theme, but I did include the beloved cutout spreads. I got inspired by this theme by 𝚤𝚤𝚎𝚘 strawberry theme from last year, so be sure to check that out. But for the setup, I'm using 3 shades of Tombow dual brush pens in pink, but you can also use reds or whatever colors you want. I'm starting off with the color 761 for the strawberry blossoms. I've sketched a circle, and within it, I'm adding little flowers with 4 to 5 petals. If you want more details on how I did this, please refer to my August Plan With Me video from last year, where I explain everything in more detail. Next up are the strawberries. I'm using color 817 for this. I'm making mostly up and down strokes, pressing quite hard to make it cover more of the surface and filling in the gaps wherever needed. Another super random but cool idea for this spread came to mind while writing this voiceover, but that is to start with the strawberries and make the blossoms from like a loose piece of paper and paste it in to give it a little bit more dimension. By the way, the first time that you see me doing every step, I made sure to have the clip play at real time, so you know it's super fast to do. The last color is a little bit more red. It's color 757, with which I'm making the little seeds. I'm just pressing the tip down gently while dragging it towards myself the tiniest bit. We don't want them to be huge. I am also adding some seeds to the edge of like the pink color to make it seem like there's more dimension in it. Lastly, I'm adding in the leaf crowns with the color 228. I don't really like how the first leaf crowns turned out just because I have way too many leaves, but the last ones I did I liked a lot. In my opinion, the perfect way to make the leaves is to press the nib and while dragging them towards yourself, lift the nib up a little bit. It's like the seeds, but a little bit more elongated. It takes some practice runs to get it perfect, but it's super easy once you get the hang of it. Now it's time for the leaves. I didn't like how close they were at the start, so I simply adjusted that on the other side of the page. These are probably the most simple ways to draw leaves, and it's so cute. Now it's time for the outlining. I'm using my Micron in size 0.2 while holding it very loosely. Even though it doesn't really look like that on camera, I really do. I'm outlining the rough shapes of the blossoms while sometimes going over the outlines twice. I am also scribbling in the middle part to see where the middle is. I made sure not to be too perfect with this. The messy, not too perfect look is precisely what I'm aiming for, and it emphasized the cute feeling. Don't ask me how exactly, but it does. This clip is also real time, and you can see that I'm going slow, but it's done so fast. The outlines in the drawing really tie everything together. With some editing magic, the letters are colored in, and after that I'm hatching the outlines of the window shape background. Last time I got many questions of how I made the cutouts, so this time I left it in the video. Because I'm back home now, I could use my X-Acto knife, and just a quick disclaimer, if you are younger and you want to make this as well, either use a pair of scissors or ask an adult for guidance. I'm using this thick cardstock paper under the cover page that will act as a cutting mat. The 𝚤𝚎 and olive paper is very thick and I had to use quite some strength to get through it. I also switched from my plastic ruler to a huge metal one. I couldn't find my smaller one, that's actually why. But I did this so I wouldn't ruin my plastic ruler. For all the straight parts, I'm using the ruler, and I'm trying out every now and then if I actually cut through the paper. But as soon as all the straight parts were done, I am freehanding the rounded edges. Because the paper is so thick, it was harder than expected, especially to make the edges smooth as well. But it worked out, somehow. But while you can watch past me struggle, I'd love to talk to you about my journal. I'm using the 𝚤𝚎 and Olive April Showers journal, and it's the perfect lilac color. The paper is super smooth, bright white, and as you can see, really thick. If you want to use one as well, or get something else from 𝚤𝚎 and Olive, you can use code AMBERSNotebooks10 for 10% of your entire order. And with this, you will also support me a bit. Back to the cover. For the second page of the cover page, I wanted to do something simple. I had like a monochrome pattern planned in the background, but in the end, it seemed like it might have been too busy, so I left it as is. Now onto the February monthly spread. Again, I'm starting with the blossoms, followed by the strawberries. Already, they are so cute. Now it's followed by the seeds, the crowns, and lastly the leaves. It's all super simple and coming together so fast, especially if you've done it a couple of times. If it wasn't for the cutouts, this might have been my fastest setup yet. Instead of making this background pink as well, I'm drawing a little blind background with my 02 fineliner. Some editing magic. And now I'm using washi tape for my little swatches, making the outlines nice and crisp. Lastly, I'm highlighting the calendar, numbering the days, and doing the line art. Now it's finally time for the quote and gratitude page. Starting with the light pink color, drawing all the blossoms and highlighting every other day to make the gratitude page pop more. Followed by the strawberries, then by the green leaves, and then the outlining. I'm hand lettering this using a slightly bigger Micron, using a fake calligraphy technique. As you can maybe see, I filmed this later at night, so I was tired, meaning that my arm will shake so much, so these lines aren't straight at all. If you're bothered by this, just like I am a little bit, just use a ruler. But I was too late for that. Then with some editing magic, I'm drawing the title of the gratitude page, followed by the numbering. And voila, now this page is done as well. Lastly, I'm showing you the first part of making the weekly spread. I just wasn't able to finish it within this video, so I hope that I can maybe later make a more in-depth video about this, but only if I have the time. But now you'll get the gist of the setup. It's very easy and minimal. Using no rulers to make the boxes and to make it cohesive with the outlines of the drawings. I'm lettering the first 3 letters of the day and connecting the rest to the box. And that was that. And there it is, my February 2022 bullet journal setup. I'm so happy with how this turned out, and I'm so happy with my cover page, or, well, basically just with the theme in general. I hope you like my video, and if you're new here, make sure to check out my other videos and maybe like and subscribe. Comment down below what your February theme is. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!